Okay, okay. I think the good music was about to come back on, but can't wait forever, can we? Besides, this music's pretty nice. I like this music. I considered just kind of starting on this menu and sitting here for a few minutes. It's very relaxing. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 14th of July, 2026. Who would have thought we'd have made it all the way to 2026, the far-flung future of the year 2026. Here we are. We've got it all, right? Robot maids, flying cars. Technically all those things kind of exist, I guess, but only for rich people and they don't work very well. But I guess they exist. Personal jetpacks, they're a real thing. Literally, like personal, literal jetpacks. It's not one of those things where like, oh, we say jetpack, but actually it uses a different technology. Like, no, they're little jet engines. Little jet engines on a jetpack. People have them. I'll say this a couple of times through the stream as people come and go, but I apologise if my voice is a little weird today, or if I cough, because there are wildfires here at the moment, and we should touch on that. I don't talk about the news much, but it's local news, relevant to me. I'll talk about it. Anyway, yeah, there's an brief but interesting story behind said wildfires. I might give it another minute here, so I start at 11 a.m. on the dot, because I did say I was going to start at 11. I don't expect many people to pop in today, because I've not been streaming for a couple of weeks, so everyone's kind of asleep on me at the moment. You know, I've kind of just reappeared out of the blue almost. But we will be, will we be finishing TOEM today? As you can see on the right-hand side of the screen, I've been playing for the better part of 3 hours. That was the first stream. And we've completed less than half of the game. The base game there might be DLC for this, which I didn't get initially because I didn't know whether I'd love this game or not, but it is a lovely game. And there's a sequel that we'll be playing. So I don't think we'll finish it today, because I'm only going to do about 2 hours today. I've got other things to be getting on with after this. But I really enjoy this game. This is very relaxed, and so far the puzzles haven't broken my brain. Some games I really want to enjoy, like The Witness, right? That's, by all accounts, a very good puzzle game with some like interesting twists and turns and things. But I couldn't get past the opening puzzles. I'm not great at puzzles in general. I'm not good at puzzles. It's taken me many years to get slightly okay-ish at crosswords even, and even then I'm not great at crosswords. It's just by virtue of having learned a lot of words through my life that maybe I can make the mental connection, you know? I'm not great even at crosswords. Alright, let's continue. It's 11 a.m. Let's continue. Wow, that's some real load screen stuff down there. Alright, who remembers the controls? Because I don't. Okay, Y brings up the camera. We are in a 3D environment here. Who is whistling? Is it that guy down there? I remember you used the camera to point at certain stuff. Oh yeah, we've got power flowing now. This guy whistling is doing my nut in. This guy down here. So, yeah, okay, I'm wearing a diving helmet. I think I needed the diving helmet. This is also... The first few minutes are going to be me remembering what the hell we're doing. I can zoom way in here. And I can also zoom way out. Now, I don't think this far out is very stream appropriate. It's not even very me appropriate. I like whatever the default was just there. Alright, so the way that this game goes, for those who haven't seen it, is the entire way you interact with the world, as far as I'm aware, is taking pictures, right? You take pictures. There's even all kinds of... stuff and filters and stuff you can attach. None of those are necessary at the moment for actually playing the game. I also have a honk. Hang on, I need to get out of this. Honk. So I can honk. That's a new thing I unlocked at one point. And if we look at our album, we see the pictures we've already taken. So it has this kind of, like, you know, take a picture of every different animal that you see in the world. And so, and also individual cats and things. So, like, all of these are pictures I took in the game of, like, a beetle on the wall, or a little potato bug, or a dragonfly, or a seagull. The seagulls were attacking some dude. I took the picture. I thought that was hilarious. Or a swan, right? And then these are the pictures, besides these kind of special shiny ones, that are actually just hand drawings from the devs. These are the other pictures I've taken that are generally useful or not so useful. Like, you'll go around the world and people will say, I want you to bring back a picture of this or that. Like, I want you to take a picture of a shy hippo, right? So then I took a picture of this lady. She's a shy hippo, as you can see. Or like, I can't see what's going on out there. Take a picture of the weather so I can see what's going on. So I took a picture of the tornado, and so on and so forth. And we're partway through this area. The overarching plot is that I am on a journey to view TOEM, which is some kind of natural, like, viewing event that you view from a mountain or something. I don't know what it is yet. I've not reached the end of the game. But I need to get there, and I'm using public transport, right? So I'm taking a bus, but I don't have money for the bus. But you get free tokens, and you get tokens by helping people in the area out. So you arrive in a new area by bus. In this case, it's a town docky area. And I have to help enough people out to get enough tokens to go to the next area. And then eventually I'll get to the end, right? So one thing I just did previously was restore power to this area so that this bridge would start working, so that this mother and angry child could be reunited. And let's see. Where do I bring up my... I know there's a better way to bring up the community card. It's not that. I'm sure there's a direct way. Oh, yeah, here we go. Hang on. Oh, not... Okay, that's album. Community card. So this is all my, like, stuff I need to do. So, like, photo challenge. Become a farmer. I don't know what that means yet. We'll find out. We'll find out. Make someone take a bath. Somewhere there's someone who gets wet if startled. So we can startle them with the, like, honk thing that we unlocked. But, and so on. And, you know, take some pictures, do some things. But first thing, this guy... You know what? We just saw a thing in here that said a whistling dilemma. I saw someone earlier who was trying to find... Like, he couldn't think of anything to whistle. This guy will not stop whistling. Maybe this guy could give the other guy some tips. If nothing else, I want to shut him up. Where has he run off to? Oh, he's looking for his dog, I think. He's not going to shut up till I find his dog. All right, let's get reacquainted with just the area, because there's all these like little area transitions. Oh yeah, new music, lovely. Have I been here yet? I think I have. Yeah, I've been here. Yeah, I've been up here, because this is the like trash collector thing, and we collected all the trash already. Okay, wait, how do I get down there? Let's see what's through here. I gotta remember everything, you know? Oh, what the hell are you? Oh, he wants a picture of a scorching flame. Like the sun, maybe? Can I take a picture of the sun? I don't think it's sunny here at the moment. Hang on, how do I... Yeah, oh no, wait, hang on. Well, could I not just take a picture of the sun? Yeah, the sun. That's a scorching flame, my friend. Take that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, no, he was a ghost. He was a ghost, and I had to help him cross over or whatever. That's why he looked weird. This is the best part of the game, by the way. This part where you can manually... See all my nicely placed stamps? I've been doing that. I could stamp them anywhere. I've been stamping real good. Ugh, that feels real nice. Ah, you can tell I must have been near the end of, like, my mental tether the last time I played this, because I didn't, like, put 2 and 2 together, I guess, at the time. Anyway, he's gone now. Oh, I have, hang on, it's... community cards? No? Is it just in here? My wardrobe. I'm wearing these ghost glasses on my face, which you can't see because I'm also wearing a diving helmet so I can swim down to the ocean floor. But these let me see ghosts. And most of this other stuff is just useless nonsense. Changes how your feet sound and stuff. Alright, so I think... did we come in this way? What's over here? Ah, this person has like a challenge. Have we already done like... I don't... What was your challenge? What did you want? It'll be the photo chat. Oh, you're the become a farmer person. They want me to show a picture of me being a farmer. I don't know how I'll do that. Whoa, what's in here? Oh, this is the factory. I think we got the water flowing again. Oh, this is the like power plant. Yeah, look how the neon sign's lit up now because we fixed everything. What's this ghost want down here though? Oh, is there anything on the notice board? No. What does this glum looking ghost want? He wants a sandwich. Huh. He wants a sandwich. Oh. Yeah, make someone take a bath. I scared that guy off. Okay, good. We did that last time. We scared him while he was in the power plant and sent him out through the machinery. Oh, we're getting things done. Okay, good day. What about you, dog? Oh, this is the ferry that takes me back to the other side. I had to save this guy from some seagulls. Let's just make sure we're all done over here. I'm going to do another... Do I already have a picture of this this dragonfly-looking fella? Oh, yeah, great angle there. Oh, that's... Oh, no, I already have a picture of him. Okay. No, I don't need another picture of him. There's nothing else out here. Alright. I think that's probably everything out here. I think we'll do one little lap just to remind ourselves of the kind of shape of this area, and then we'll head back. So yeah, so we've got this thing, and we've got this area, and then this is the bridge, and here's the guy down here that needed to whistle but didn't have anything to whistle. Right? No. I mean, there's this guy. He's playing a harmonica. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I can inspire you on whistling with a photograph. I think I arrived here by boat. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Oh no, maybe I must have come this way. Oh, this is the main arrival area. What did this guy want again? The king of all fishes. How about this guy? I don't think I have a picture of the king of all fishes, to be honest. No, don't think I do. Alright, he wanted that. Yeah, oh, this was the bus stop. It's a very wet bus stop. Yeah, and then this is the ferry guy. Oh, maybe was that just a shortcut? Is this just a shortcut to get me over there? Yes. Could be. Jesus. Oh, yeah, okay, so that's just a shortcut to get back here. Oh, that makes things more interesting. Jeez. Alright, now we have to really start thinking. We have to use our brains at this point. Okay, so... a huge fish was scaring this guy, and it's also a king. Now, I think that's because it was wearing a crown that the Queen of Paper Hats had lost. She's lost her pirate hat. She was a queen. I think that paper hat... So we need to find the fish that's wearing the paper hat, take a picture of it for him, but get the paper hat back for her, maybe? We also need to become a farmer. And... oh, yeah. And also... there's a guy whose sunning spot now has something in the way. We're just going to pop in here. I don't think there's anything else to see in here. It's the power station, but you'd kick yourself, wouldn't you, if there was something obvious in here. We got the power system going with this duck and stuff. You're cool now, right, buddy? Ah, you are welcome. This is where we knocked that guy into the water. Alright, let's head back. And see if we can accomplish any of our goals. Get that guy a sandwich. Find the king of the fishes. Take a picture, get the hat back. I think the king of the fishes would be like out in the ocean. So wait, hang on. Well, no, it won't be this thing. That's a statue. That would be crazy. What about you? She feels magical? What do you want about this magical woman? What do you mean give me a signal if you want me to jump? Hang on, jump? You want give a signal if you want? I mean, hang on, a signal? What about this? I made a jump. I made a jump. Look at this, look at this. She jumps. Can I use that to my advantage? Can I make a jump into the water? No, but okay, we can make a jump. What can we accomplish with this? I'm guessing we can't stand in her way. No. Why can we make her jump? Oh, there's something to be had here. She comes back over here. That just scares the bird off. That doesn't help us very much. Why would it matter to make her jump? Alright, I mean, we can make her jump over and over again. Maybe I'd make a jump, then take a picture of her. You know? What about that? Sure. At least I have a picture of her jumping now. I'm really not sure why I would want to make her jump. I'm intrigued by that. I'm not sure what's going on there. These guys want more pictures and things. This is like the picture guild. No, thank you. I don't need to show you a picture. Oh man, I don't know. That's the nice thing about a game like this, right? There's no rush. There's absolutely no rush whatsoever. You can just take your time and work things out. I started playing some of these little games instead of my usual stuff because we had a heat wave a few weeks ago and I just wanted something that wasn't as taxing as Helldivers or whatever. I don't think I can go into this shop. No, this is just a building with no entrance. Intriguing. Okay. This guy's looking for his dog. Can I talk to the cat? No. He's looking for his dog. We know that much. He's looking for something to whistle about. I don't suppose you'd like a picture of a woman jumping? No, I didn't think you would. Oh, finally a little bit stumped. Alright, I don't see anything out here of any interest. You know what? If we just zoom out the camera a bit, there may be like a fish or something in the water that we're just not seeing because of the way the camera is, you know? Just for a little bit, we'll just zoom it out for a little while here. Because there's all kinds of stuff out there going on. Alright, well what was it? This guy plays the harmonica. The soothing wind. I suppose the soothing wind. And this guy's. You'd think this would help. You'd think this would be good for the guy trying to find something to whistle, wouldn't you? Wait, why is that box talking? I don't know who I'm talking to. Who am I talking to? Oh. Okay. Sure. There's something here to stare at. You say that, and that usually means pull your camera out. But that probably just means for the puzzle we did earlier, you know, where it was a bunch of rubbish in the water that we had to do. There's nothing out there now. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Warning sign, warning against something. There's a bicycle up there for no reason. We've already taken a picture of this dude. This majestic honker. Where's he going? I am. This is going to be a little while of just me being stuck. Wait, what was it? Yeah, it was nothing. There's nothing down here. There's nothing in the ocean worth taking a picture of. You want a picture of me being a farmer, which is a bit weird. And we're back over here. This guy wants a sandwich. Where would I get a sandwich from? That's just the boat guy, and I don't know. You know, you can travel to previous areas. I wonder if it's a multi-area thing, if I need to go somewhere completely different to find the guy a sandwich or something, you know? I don't know, man. The only thing we've really worked out today is we can make this woman jump. I'm just not sure how that's helpful. You know? She's all sparkly inside. Give me a signal if you want me to jump, because I feel magical. Right, and I can give her a little signal. You know, she does occasionally start sparkling. Oh, look at that. I got a nice picture. Snap a close-up photo of a dancer. Achievement. Oh, you know, maybe that will inspire the whistling man. A sparkling jump. Okay, so we just didn't do it right earlier, I guess. Where was the whistling man? Was he here? No, he was in one of the other areas. Alright, that might help us with the whistling man. And you never know, he might give us something that'll help with something else. I mean, he's a snowman. I do got something for you. Oh, maybe that was just a nice picture. Why go to all the trouble of getting me to take a magical picture of a woman? What about you guys? You got anything for me? Alright. I don't have a picture of your dog. He's looking for his dog, right? We find this guy's dog. But he could be anywhere. Like, if you're just standing here whistling, you'll never find your dog, dude. That's not how you find a dog. Sorry. Apologise. I don't know. I don't think it's hay fever. I think it's the smoke in the air. I don't know, man. Does this count as a animal? No. I don't need that picture. Alright, there is nothing here for us. Does anyone want a picture of a lady? Oh, that's just a bench. Do you want a picture of a... no, neither do you. Man, I'm lost. I don't know, I'm just kind of repeating my actions here. There's a radio. That doesn't really help me very much. You want me to be a farmer? I don't have any pictures that make me look like a farmer. No, I don't want to show anything else. Alright, so, photo challenge, become a farmer. Time to change profession. Maybe it's I just need to put a particular hat on. Right, you know what? Where's this Queen of Paper hats gone? And the sunbather, yeah, aren't we missing a whole section of people that we've just not been talking to? Where did they go? Right, they aren't over here. Are they back near the start? I'm probably just forgetting an entire zone exists. Let's go back to the start of this area and work our way from there. Alright, so, we're in the starting area. There's no... Yeah, we must... there's a whole place I must be missing. Hang on, have I got a picture of this guy yet? Oh, I do. The Tato Swim. Okay, never mind that guy then. Alright, okay. Well, what about through here? We've been through here today. Oh my god, look at that. A sandwich. A sandwich? Okay. Bye. The sandwich is mine. I can help out the ghost with that. This woman has lost her... I'm gonna sneeze, I think. She's lost her hat. Oh god. There is a... Why? There's a frog over there. You're not looking for your frog, are you, buddy? Oh, I'll save a picture of the frog. Oh, you want... What did you want? What did you want? I don't think you want anything else at all. Yeah, I've already completed your challenge. Ah, what else is through here? Oh, there's a whole area... There's a dog over here! There's a whole area I forgot existed. Can I just talk to the dog? Oh, no, follow me now. Excellent. It's all coming together. There's that guy over there that's in the shade, by the way, but we'll solve his problem later. I got other things to do right now. Become a farmer! Oh my god, become a farmer! Look at this thing. Hang on. I may have already taken a picture of me doing that, actually. Album. Because I usually take... Yeah, I've already got a big... Oh, it's all coming together all of a sudden. Oh, it's all making sense. Come on, Custard. You look like the... What was the name of the dog in the Magic Roundabout? Looks like the dog from the Magic Roundabout. Alright, come on, we're going on a boat. Dogs love being on boats, right? I don't know. Oh, I'm glad... well, no, the dog... Oh. The dog did not enjoy... Oh, no, he's here. Wait, what? I'm so confused. Why didn't he ride on the boat with me? Alright, come on, dog. Alright, first off, I need to deliver a super deluxe sandwich. Hey, Raven. You've arrived at the moment when I've been streaming now for like 20 minutes, and I was just going in circles, and now it's all making sense. We just got a sandwich from a gang of singing seagulls. They actually had a pretty sick little beat going on. And I've just found this dog that needs returning to its owner, and I'm sure the rest will all come together. I have a diving helmet because I'm sure I'm supposed to go underwater somewhere. But let's give this ghost a sandwich. How are you, by the way, Raven? I know I've been away for a couple of weeks. I've been very busy. Yeah, that smell, that's a sandwich. Here's your sandwich. Imagine being stuck on this mortal plane until someone gives you a sandwich. Alright now, check it out. This is the best part of this game. You can put your stamp wherever you want. I like to just put it just there we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, so a lost dog. We've got some... There's a guy that wants like some whistling inspiration that we need to help out as well. I'm not sure how we're going to do that. Oh, this woman wants a picture of me looking like a farmer, and I got a picture of me stood in one of those cutout boards, you know, that you get at the seaside. There I am, and I'm a farmer. She's gonna love it. Yep. You are welcome. Alright, so complete the photo challenges in Stanham. Great. We're really getting there now. It's just, there we go. That's good enough. Ah, beautiful. Alright, where's this guy who wanted his dog back? He's through here, I think. You can ID him because he whistles very annoyingly. Oh, hang on, nope, not up here. Around here? It was... Here! God, I'm blind. Here. Hello! Mech. That's the name of your dog? Alright. Yeah. Hey me. The name's Mule. This here's my donkey. Wow, we're really racking up the stamps. And remember, we need the stamps because you get enough stamps, you can get a free bus ride to the next area. And that's what we're all about. We're all about socialist utopia in TOEM, apparently. You don't pay for things, public services with money. You pay for them by helping the community, by taking photos. Alright, so what do we still have to do? Hang on. No, community card. Right. There's a huge fish scaring this guy. It's apparently a king. I think it's because it's wearing a crown. This woman is a pirate queen who has lost her pirate hat, which I bet is a paper crown. This guy needs some inspiration about what to whistle. And this guy with a guitar is in need of a melody. Where's the guy with the guitar? And this guy is trying to suntan, but someone's magically moved a wall in the way, and he needs that moving out of the way. And I've got a diving helmet, because I'm sure that there's a whole, like, underwater zone. I just need to find it. Where is it? There's a hatch that takes you underwater. And I know we found it last stream, but that was like 2-3 weeks ago, and I don't remember. So we're going to just wander aimlessly until we find this underwater hatch. Because it's around here somewhere. Oh, this is the beginning area. It won't be here. Yeah, let's go back the way we came. I assume it won't be in the beginning area. Right, it's not down there. Okay, it's not here with these people. We're definitely going to play the sequel to this and the DLC and stuff, because this is a fun little game. So I'm looking for the hatch that takes me underwater. And there's a whole underwater section. Oh yeah, that guy never even ate his sandwich. I guess he's non-corporeal and couldn't eat it. We don't want to go that way. Wait, did I miss it? I must have missed it, because now we're kind of back here. I must have missed it, because that, yeah. Alright, let's use our eyeballs. There is no underwatery hatch here. Is there an underwater hatch? It's been like, look, this is my excuse. It's been several weeks since I played this. And I know I saw some kind of hatch. And it was like, oh, you could totally go under the water if only you had the appropriate gear. But God knows where that hatch was. Or it could have been one of the boats, maybe. But I think it was a hatch. Maybe it was in the starting area, you know? I'm sorry for spinning the camera around. Let's see. The lag won't be on my side. Sorry about that, Raven. You can also watch the stream on the YouTube channel. I'm going out on YouTube at the same time. And if one service is lagging a little bit for you, the other might not be. So that'd be a good idea. I have the YouTube channel. You guys don't have a portal to the underworld in here? No? Okay. Man, where did I see that thing? Oh, you're on mobile. Right, yeah. Yeah. So for those technically minded, I'm streaming at about 4,300k. All the Ks. 4.3 megzorbits. And 60 FPS, because this game looks nice. Someone's been chewing at that. Sorry, I'm just looking around for some kind of underwater hatch. I know there's an underwater hatch somewhere. Maybe it is. You know what? We keep forgetting that there's this whole section over here. It'll be over here. Yeah, it'll be over here. Where is it? It's just a frog hanging out there. It'll be over here. Of course. Of course. So, by the way, this is the guy who's, he's like, oh, I always sunbathe in this one spot, and now I've got no sun. And you can see that someone's moved this wall across. So we're undoubtedly going to have to move it back. I think the place we want to be is through here. Oh, yeah, I see it. Let's just scare these guys off. There we go. All right. Who's ready to go under the water? God damn it. I'm trying to find it. There it is. Through the keyhole. Oh, look at that. We've got a little line. Oh, they must have had a really fun time implementing that. Or a really annoying time. Who knows? They've kept it simple. I like that. Under the sea. No, we're not doing that. Alright, Alright, there's all kinds of animals to photograph here. You gotta catch them all. You can't say that too many times. Nintendo will sue these developers. I see someone go bloob-a-doo. Is there a dude down here? Look, look, I will get to you when I'm done taking pictures of seahorses and scuba tato. A tato scuba. God, I was close, wasn't I? Little potato animals. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a good picture. That's good composition. I got a shiny. I love getting a shiny. These are all shinies, man. Alright. I don't think... Does it care about me taking pictures of the sea plants? I don't think so. What's down here? Alright, first off, loot. Did my little man just say loot? Oh, the pirate hat. This is the... Oh, okay, this is the... Okay, I thought there'd be... I thought the fish would be wearing that hat, but apparently not. So, okay, this is a photo moment, right? So, I bet we'll see something interesting. Well, I mean, okay, there's that. Photograph the smiling huntsman. What? Oh, that was the site of this area. Nice, the special... Okay, is there perhaps a fish down here that we could also observe? Or is it just the smiling huntsman? I've completed my underwater voyage. This was nice. I thought maybe it would be a slightly larger area. But it was... Did my guy just say bloop? But it was nice all the same. I'm trying to get my line trapped on things. Hang on. Oh, you sneaky developer. Well, you just kind of said, nah, screw it. Alright, okay, fair enough. Alright, we can do a few things here. We can give the pirate hat back. Oh, by the way, sorry, Raven. I do have the YouTube chat up. Looks like watching on YouTube fixes your issue. What have you missed? Ah, so I just went underwater, took a couple of pictures of some seahorses, and I found the pirate captain's hat, which I'm now going to give back to the Queen of the Pirates, who is having a nap while standing up somewhere, I think in the previous area. And I'm hoping by doing that I will somehow accomplish my goals. She reminds me, and I think I said this last time, she reminds me of like a raggy doll, which is only a reference British people over the age of 30 will get. And even then, God, I don't know. Yeah, no, I have the hat. Maybe I need to put it on. Maybe if I put the hat... Oh, no, actually, you know what? I think I need to wake her up. Hang on. Wake up, lady. Yeah, I've got your hat. Yes. Paper hat. Why would I... You know what? Yeah. Yeah, I bet it does. Oh, more stamps? Nice. Gotta be real careful here. There we go. That's maybe... Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, huntsmen like spiders, yeah. Alright, so... Where does that leave us? That leaves us still needing to find the king of the fishes, still needing to help the guy with his sun problem, still needing to help the guy who needs some inspiration for something to whistle about, and there's a wizard with a guitar? Is he in a different area? Is there a... But no, 12 of 16 stars in this area, and these will be the last 4, so... Yeah, I want to finish everything. I don't want to move on to a new area, you know? Well, she only... Raven, she only... No one else can see this. It's in the YouTube chat. Raven says, oh yes, a paper hat. That sounds excellent for water use. Well, you know, she's only near the water. Right, I bet her lovely oiled leather hat will survive much. It was temporary. It was a temporary replacement hat service while the real hat was lost. Was this guy just humming? You know what? This guy's humming and letting off music. I wonder if I can... Oh my god, I can take a picture of the musical notes coming off him. Alright, hang on. Where... you know what? I'm not convinced that I got all of the musical notes. Let me make sure I get them. I mean, they disappear. All right, this guy's humming, and I took a picture of the... I'm so excited now because I think I figured it out. So now I need to find the other guy. I may have gone the wrong way, but I don't care. Can I loop around? No, I think I should go back. The guy that was looking for whistling inspiration, I bet he will be inspired by the one other dude. Oh, you want me to honk at this guy? Alright. Let's get a nice close-up on his face. Oh yeah, he doesn't care. If I honk at this woman, she jumps. Alright, let's take a shortcut. No, let's not, because maybe we're just bypassing the dude we need. Oh yeah, we would have been bypassing him because he's just down here. He's a snowman that needs to whistle inspiration. How about some music? There we go. Yeah, that melody I took a picture of. It's alright, I guess. Oh, yeah, we're really making... Now, see, this is the one thing, and then you got to kind of put your stamps down here. We have room, don't worry. You got anything else for me? Snowman. Okay, what have we got left now? My short-term memory is terrible. Alright. Oh, hang on. A wizard with a guitar is in need of a melody. What about that one I just took a picture of? Could I do the same thing twice? Where is this wizard with a guitar? You know what? I bet this wizard's been doing the magical bullshit, right? Because we were told that the guy that doesn't get any sun, it seems magically strange. It's got to be something to do with this wizard. Right, let's look for this dude, a little guy with a wizard hat. Where's that guy? Where's the guitarist with the wizard hat? Because I haven't seen him today, so he must be somewhere a bit out of the way. Maybe he's up here or something. You know what? There's a harmonica guy up here. Although, notably, harmonica guys... He's not, like, giving off music notes or anything, so... Okay. Hey, Raven, you wanna hear about, the reason I'm, I don't know, sneezing and coughing a bit today? Honestly, there's an interesting story behind it that has nothing to do with me. But it's got it's got everything. It's got crime, it's got fire, it's got crime, it's got death. There was death involved. The story's got a little bit of everything. All right, I just don't. I'm gonna sneeze, aren't I? Sorry. What were we doing? Oh, trying to find the wizard. Where's the wizard, man? Take me to the wizard. I know this just takes me to the start, but I wanna start from the start again. I'm looking for the wizard. Alright, there's no guitar wizard here. What about this way? Kind of near where the other dude was. There's no guitar wizard here. The sound of a still image. I mean, you can do something like that, but not in the way they're talking about. This is the guy who's being screwed with by the wizard. What's through here? Oh, we've not been in here for a while. The weather's awful here. Maybe there's a wizard here. Maybe in this house. Is there a wizard in this house? There's a computer. Can I use the computer? Nope. Okay. You're not a wizard. Yeah, I helped this guy earlier save the boats from crashing on the rocks. Alright, so we've had yet another heat wave here. Not as bad as the really bad one. Oh, here he is. We've had another heat wave. Not as bad as the really bad one. Oh, and there's that fish, I bet. Look at that fish at the top of the screen. We'll get that in a minute. But still, it was hot weather, and so some people do what you should never do, and they went swimming in a reservoir. Now, a couple of points that I hate that I have to make, and everyone always constantly has to make, is A, don't go swimming anywhere unless you're a good swimmer, and B, as in like, you know, you've actually learned how to swim. You don't just think, oh yeah, I'll be fine. And B, never ever swim in a reservoir ever. They're very dangerous. It's not a lake. It looks like a lake. It's not a lake. Don't go swimming in a reservoir. So this guy went swimming in a reservoir. He drowned. That's unfortunate, right? That's bad. But then his friends came back, you know, a few days or a week or two later or whenever it was, and they went up. The reservoir is up in the hills to the east of my city in the Peak District, thus named because of all the mountainous peaks and things and sweeping moorlands and peatlands and stuff. And of course right now, because we've had weeks and weeks of heat waves and dry weather and hot weather, everything's super dry. They went up there in the middle of the day with a bunch of fireworks, and judging from the videos that they posted on social media, it looks like they were intentionally trying to start a big fire, right? They were like shooting the fireworks at the hills to commemorate their like dead friend who drowned in the reservoir. And so they started a massive wildfire just to the east of Manchester, and the wind has blown the smoke over the city. And so for the past few days, everything has smelled kind of woody and peaty here. And where I am, I'm on a corner of the city where I've not been hit significantly by the smoke. You can occasionally like see the haze everywhere as it comes and goes, and you can smell it constantly. And it has given me a little bit of a cough and a little bit of something in my nose, which is why I apologize today for sounding a bit weird. But it's been worse in other parts of the city, especially over on the side where, you know, it's closer. Like, you know, houses have been dusted and people have had to close their windows and so on. Everyone's quite upset because obviously they don't like breathing in smoke. They don't like smoke getting on everything. And also because it's very hot at the moment, no one wants to close their windows. But don't worry. There's a good ending. Well, not really, but like the one who seemed to be setting off all the fireworks has been arrested and charged with arson. So I mean, that's as good as it's going to get, really. How hot is it now? Now it's all right, actually. Now it's fine. The weather's fine now, but when we had that heat wave, it got up over like 35 degrees. And it was between 30 and 35 for a couple of days without really cooling off at night very much. This past week, it's been more of your standard quote-unquote heat wave that I quite like, where it's been about 28 to 30 degrees, but it's cooled off at night. That's lovely. I love that. My perfect weather, 28 degrees during the day, sunny, clear skies, and then like a nice cool 15, 18 or something at night just to level things off. But even that, the fact that we've had no rain for ages and it's been super, super hot and sunny all the time with clear skies, obviously has dried off everything, and the risk of wildfires is high. The ideal time to be setting off fireworks, not that you ever should set off fireworks up in the brush like that. Anyway, so that's that little story. Let's see what's going on with this dude. I think because he's sparkling, I can take a fancy picture of him. I may already have done so. Let me try. Maybe I already did. What if I honk? Oh. Yeah, fuck your music. Hang on. There we go. That's a good picture right there. And I'm up in the north of the country, so like it's not as hot. Even when we had that 35-degree heat wave, it was much hotter down south. You're missing a nice melody. Well, I'm not entirely... I mean, maybe I can get people to come out here? He doesn't... Like, this dude is not asking me for anything. I can't show him a picture. Right? How's that? Is that a nice melody? I'm helping. I'm playing music. Alright, let's see about this dude. Can we follow him till he jumps out of the water? Because that other guy wanted to see the big fish, the king of the fishes, and this has to be the king of the fishes, right? You know what? I bet if we play nice music, the king of the fishes will come out of the water to observe the music, and that's when we take a picture of him. Because I just don't see any other solution. This guy does not care. So, now we know what our problem is. Ish. This guy wants some cool music to jam to and I bet the fish will come out of the water. Like I said, the temperature here during the heat wave was about 35 degrees or so, with like really high humidity as well. That's what made it awful. Like, I've been in countries with, 35, 40 degrees, and it's been pretty survivable as long as the humidity was low. And it's always nice to have access to things like air conditioning and like buildings that are designed for the heat, because our brick houses just get, like, they just warm up, they hold the heat. And then during the heat wave, because nighttime was also very warm and the air was warm at night, the building couldn't cool down, so it slowly warms up like a brick oven over the course of several days, and you get no relief from it. Hello seagulls. But yeah, it's much more pleasant now. I wouldn't even mind 35 degrees as long as it gets nice and cool at night to kind of reset the structure, reset the temperature of everything. That's lovely. Man, okay, so let's stop thinking about heat waves and get my thoughts back in this game, because I'm getting a little stuck here. So this guy needs a melody. This guy has some trouble that's related to the magician. And this guy wants to see a fish. Now I feel like it's all going to come together when we solve one more problem. I'm just not sure what it is. You're not going to help me out at all. Alright. I'm going to have a drink. I already feel my blood sugar getting a bit low. I should have taken a thing. I just don't have a picture of the king. I got a picture of this wizard. Oh. Alright, calm down, fella. Jeez, he's excited, Oh, my word. Oh. These people are of no use. You're not a fish. Alright. Okay. Man, yeah, hang on. Let me take a sugar pill. I'm feeling a little weak. Ah. I can't take a picture of him while he's doing that. Maybe this cat is the answer to all my problems. It's going in circles at this point. Like, the thing is, I feel like it's got something to do with this dude, right? Not this guy. This guy. Wait, hang on. A forgotten land in the distance? This place? Is that a forgotten land? That's not very helpful though, is it? Thing is, this guy's playing some like cool jams, and I bet that this guy and his cool jams would be what the guitarist guy wants. But like, taking a picture doesn't seem to solve any of my issues. If only I had an audio recorder. You know what? Hang on a minute. Hang on. What about one of the radios? The guy wanted some cool music. What about this radio? I'll take a picture of the radio? I really doubt that's going to be the solution. I just don't know how to join these dots. It's got nothing to do with the this place. This is just the power plant. I don't think anything else goes on. Oh, I'm trapped. I don't think. Oh no. Oh, I don't think anything else goes on in here. It's just we just came here earlier to sort out the power, and yeah, that's it. It's just the power stuff. Yeah, there's nothing else going on in here at all. What are we missing at this point? What are we missing? What? all we can do is take pictures and honk at people. So that's our two capabilities. We can take pictures, we can show people pictures, and we can honk at people. Who do we show a picture to that might want a picture? There's this like picture guild. Do you need any new pictures? Welcome to the challenge. Okay, so I've done all the challenges in this area. It looks like we have a city and some mountains to go to later. Oh, I'll beat them all right. And this guy's not great. He was just a tutorial about filters. Ah. Well, I'm a little stumped. I'm gonna keep kind of gently wandering around until it all comes together. That's what I did earlier for 20 minutes, that it all came. It's like this guy hums a little tune and the other guy hums a little tune. Right, theme tune, sing the theme tune. There's nothing down here at all. I mean, there's a swan. Swan, do you make noises? Yes and no. He copies me. Hang on. You don't... What? Alright, that's pretty good. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, it's the little things that cheer you up a little bit, you know? Ah, there's this guy, but we've taken a picture of him. There's nothing going on here. Alright, what else is through here? You know what? I wonder, is there anything whatsoever going on with this bicycle? Because there's just a bicycle up there. You know, I've seen you, dude. Can I scare you out of your thing? A bit weird. Alright, so no. So no then. Alright, moving on. It's funny how this one little spot doesn't have any flowers. We helped the ghost that was down here earlier. Oh. Should I go back under the sea? It's the one place I've not really been since we solved the previous issue, is under the sea. Let's just... Maybe there's something new going on under the sea. I don't know. It was a very small area. Might as well check it out. Oh, no. Yep. Oh, I'm ready. That can't be safe. It was this way, wasn't it? Yeah. Right? Ah. Talk to this guy again for a moment. I know. I just don't see a solution that moves the bit. Can I just push it? Surely I can't push it. No. No, it's gonna require some magic. I don't suppose Shy Hippo Lady's got anything for... Wait, hang on a minute. What the hell was that up there? This is the... Oh, you know what? This is one of those monsters. Do we just have to wait for it to appear? You have to go far enough away? It was here though, wasn't it? You all saw. There's like little hidden sneaky shy monsters in every level. How do we get this guy to appear? I'm looking up there at the top while I'm running around. Oh, there he is. God damn it. But also, what the hell is that over there? What the hell? Oh, yeah. Okay, when you find these weird magic things and you take a picture of them, they will change the world in some way. and reveal something or like build a structure or move this thing out of this dude's way. Ah, okay, problem solved. Oh, you are welcome. We're getting there. I feel like the king of the fishes is just that big. You son of a... How do I just have to wait for him to show back up? Or does he only show up when I'm over here? Look, he's there now. Look at him. The frickin'... How am I going to take a picture of him? Right, he only appears when I'm over here. He's in it. He's technically in it. Oh, I got him this time. That technically counts. Ah. Oh, nice. That sounds lovely, Raven. Ah. It's lovely here now. I mean, I'm in my shed, which has been nice and cool over the evening. And, oh, the weather's just lovely. I'm going to head out after this. And I've been building a big cupboard, a big outdoor cupboard. And I need to fit more of the doors. King of the Fishes. King of the Fishes. I need to go see that guy. This guy. I've got something that may be the King of the Fishes. Because he's a sea fish monster. Am I supposed to show someone else? Maybe I'm supposed to show these people? I'm supposed to show someone the picture of the sea monster. Yes. Nice. Ah, speaking of the other hemisphere, such a shame about Sam Neill passing away. He was a fantastic actor. I know everyone's familiar with his work in Event Horizon and Jurassic Park and stuff, and if you've not seen those two films, definitely watch them. But he was also really good in what was it called? The something of the Wilder People, The Hunt for the Wilder People, I think. It was a 2016 film. He's very good in it. You should watch that. I think it was called The Hunt for the Wilder People. Sam Neill. Set in New Zealand, just gorgeous. Everything that's ever shot in New Zealand is gorgeous, you know. Right, okay. So, I still feel like we need to maybe take a picture of that sea monster thing. I mean, I feel like I did take a picture of it, but maybe the game didn't register it as a good enough picture? Possibly? Am I going the right way? No. But I can get there from here. We're about halfway through today's stream. I'm going to be here for like 2 hours. Oh yeah, it's through here, isn't it? Ah. Alright, so we know that the guy appeared... You know, if I go through here, will he still technically be visible? Like from here? Because he's physically over there somewhere. I guess that doesn't really do the job, does it? Oh. Alright. It's like lining the camera up and everything in the minuscule amount of time you have available. Trying to run down to trigger him and then run immediately back up again. Do I have a run button? No. No, I do not. Yeah, I've not streamed for a couple of weeks now. I've just been busy. It's funny, so I started streaming in August last year, and then I streamed pretty consistently. because the weather was bad and I couldn't really get a lot done outdoors. And it's not so much about, I don't care how cold it is outdoors, that doesn't bother me, but it's the rain. And we had a really unusually, like, as climate change kind of gets worse, winter becomes rainier. And also spring, we've had a really weird spring this year. There was a lot of rain. Last year was the driest spring on record in this country. It was wild. We didn't have any rain across like the entire country for months and months on end, and it was like summer weather. It was really nice. Whereas this year, we've made up for it by having rain almost every single day, all the way through from like January to like, I don't know, April or May or something. And so the point is, I've had a huge backlog of things I have to get done in the garden in order to do a bunch of other stuff. I need to build a big storage shed so that I can get a bunch of boxes and storage and stuff that have been sat in the house, taking up room, getting in the way, sorted out. And then once they're moved, I can do stuff in that space. So it all kind of leads on from getting the garden stuff done. And I've just been waiting for like half a year to get it done. And now that the weather is nice and we have some dry weather, you know, we've had it for weeks and weeks now, although ironically, some of that time I've not been able to work because it's been too hot outside. But I have to focus on getting that done, and I've not been streaming as much, especially when it's been hot, because the ideal time to work is in the morning before the midday sun really gets here. And then by then I'm tired and exhausted and sweaty and don't want to come sit in a shed in the heat and stream. So I've just not streamed for a couple of weeks. That's all. But that build is almost done. I've got one more door to fit. I've got a jamb to build and a door to fit to that later on, and a few bits and bobs, but it's mostly finished building. And I didn't want to skip another week streaming, you know. I didn't want to skip another week. So I wanted to come back and say hello to everyone because I miss all you guys, you know. It is nice to chat with you and just catch up and things. The wizard needs a melody, and there's a huge fish scaring this man. I mean, I feel like the fish we're looking at here isn't a fish. I mean, it's a Loch Ness monster, right? Why isn't it triggering? God, I'm just... You know what the problem is? Maybe I use the mouse for this one bit. But then you have to drag it all weird. Okay, maybe I will just use this thing. Alright, you know what? Maybe don't use the right analog stick. Just use the left analog stick. Come on, I'm down here now. What if I go... Oh, he comes out when I'm over here. Where's it? Hang on. Oh, okay. God damn it! This may not be the way. Hang on! I'm such an idiot. We have a tripod. Hang on. Maybe this guy's stupid? You stupid creature. You do not realize my tripod is my weapon. God, I'm good. I can't believe I forgot about the tripod. No, it's not always raining in the UK. That's just one of those, what do you call them? Stereotypes. Like, I don't know. All Americans are fat or all Irish are drunks. You know, it's just stereotypes. There's always a bit of truth to it. Like, you know, it's a very humid kind of climate here, and we do get our fair share of rain. But the funny thing is, we get like as much rain as you might get in like New York. We're at roughly the same latitude and stuff. We get similar temperatures and things. I mean, give or take, we're different places. But people don't normally point out that New York is wet constantly. Sorry, I'm just looking at all my little footsteps. I like the little footsteps. All right, oh, look, man, I got a picture of the Loch Ness monster, and that's got to be the king of the fishes. Come on, look at that thing. Because it's the king of the fishes. Look. All right. Maybe these guys will appreciate the monster. I know there was someone that appreciated monster pictures. I don't remember who it was. Who is it I'm supposed to show these pictures to? I know there's someone. Who do I show? Let me scroll down to my completed stuff. Oh, this is all this section. I've got the picture. I just forget who I'm supposed to show the picture to. Alright, I feel like we're so close now. We're so close. We've got 2 things left. And I feel like they tie in together, right? There's the wizard who is in need of a layered melody. So, of course, we're going to have to get, like, multiple people down there to jam with him. And then there's the King of Fishes, and we've already seen the fish. We just can't get a look at it, and I bet it will come to the surface when we give it some music. So really, we need to focus on this dude. We need to get him a melody. How do we get him a melody? We need to, like, this guy does the whistling, you know? But that's, like, that melody stuck in my head. Yeah? Great. But how do I make use of this? Exactly, that's the point. Most people don't know how much it rains in New York because it's just not... It's not one of the defining features of the city. I mean, they have a lot of other things going on, you know. But people get it in their heads that it's, like, raining constantly here. Even though that's also not our defining feature. I would say the defining weather feature is more that it's often, like overcast and dull and generally quite humid, which in cold weather is, like, you know, damp. It rains, but really it's more that even when it's not raining, it can be overcast and dull, you know. I'm just kind of running around right now, giving my brain a moment to reset. You know what? I need to have a drink. That's what I need to do. I'm going to have a drink. I'm going to relax. This is the only melody man I know of, and he won't do anything until I show him the king of all fishes. Yeah, great. No. I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm... At this point, I'd say I'm stuck. I don't know where to go from here. Talk to her again? Yes? Oh wait, I can get the pirate hat back? I didn't realise she'd let me have it back. What if I go and talk to... could there be a reason that I might need the pirate hat? What does... Hang on, what does the pirate hat give me? Wait, hang on. Does it give me anything? This must have been the smiling pirate's captain's hat. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what that does for me. What about you, little guy? You got... No, nothing? Alright. Okay. At least I've got a hat to protect me from the rain. That never gets old. Hello. I'm sure you are. Maybe, honestly, do I have an item that can make a melody? A finger, umbrella. Wet, old, stinky. Stay safe at work. Swim on the ocean floor. The official Fjallbjorn cap. You know what? Let's go down to the ocean floor again. I mentioned that I was going to do that earlier and then I didn't. Let's go back down. Hang on, this way. And maybe there'll be something down there that'll help us out. Yeah. Memes are pretty... Memes, it's funny because memes can be used when you're talking about, like, memes informing people of like news and world events and stuff. Really what you're talking about is like a really condensed satire, right? And so for a very long time you'd have television shows and such things would be delivering the masses satire, like news in the form of satire, right? Like television in the UK, we have a lot of like television game show kind of things that get like kind of political, like satirist, like comedians on. Like Have I Got News for You is the very long running one where they will talk every week. They'll talk about the week's news events and they'll make jokes around it and so on. And while that is still ongoing, I think today's generation is generally not watching television to get all of their satire, but they are looking at memes and things, which are it's a different way of delivering news with some satire, but it's still a thing. Right, we got a weird boat down here. We got a picture opportunity, but that only really just shows me this boat which we saw earlier. And didn't seem to give us anything particularly. I don't see anything else down here. There's some rocks, but that's not very helpful. I took pictures of all the little animals already. Like this little scuba tato. And we already got the loot from over here, so I think we're done down here, to be honest. I don't think there's anything else here. Let's have a little sit down. Underwater bench. I appreciate it. Alright, we're probably not going to come back down here because I don't think there's anything else here. No, that's not helpful either. Hey, yeah, I'm just stuck. Oh, this guy's like sizzling. Oof, that's not healthy. Oof. I've already taken a picture of you, fella. Alright, let's take off this hat. Now the question is, I can swap between the pirate hat and the paper hat. Why would I want to? What's the use of either of those? Or like the pirate hat. Is the pirate hat useful for anything? What if I go and talk to the lighthouse captain? Because the pirate ship sank. Maybe he will be like, oh my god, you're wearing the pirate hat. Holy moly, everything's back to normal. Yeah, no, that didn't help at all. Yes, Raven. You are right that there'll always be a meme of pretty much anything if it's of any import. Depends where you look as well. Like, obviously, you go to different communities, people will have different priorities, and thus they'll make different memes. Some people make memes about, when it comes to informational memes, people will make memes about, climate change news if that's what they're interested in, or they'll make memes about individual, like, local politicians if that's what they're into. But indeed, if you go to the right places and find the right people, there's memes for everything, which is handy. Convenient. Help me out here, Captain Pugwash. You're killing me here, fella. You're killing me. Alright, I'm gonna go see the, you know what? It's not even this way, is it? It's back this way. I'm gonna go see the wizard guitarist again, because everything revolves around the wizard. Everything revolves around the wizard. I just don't know how. This guy doesn't want anything. Is the wizard this way? Did I go the wrong way for the wizard? No, is the wizard over here? Is the wizard through here? Out of my way, I'm looking for the wizard. Yes, okay, the wizard's... It's got everything revolves around this wizard now. Have you spoken to this cat yet? Think so. I'm gonna sneeze again. I'll try not to. Oh my word. I'm stuck. He's missing a nice melody to go with his guitar. The only melody I can make is this one. And he doesn't love it. He's not a fan of this one. But that's all I got. That's all I got. That's my melody. And I know that's the king of the fishes down there. I mean, come on. What else is it going to be? I don't need to take a picture of some acorns. You're killing me here, wizard. You're killing me. Yes, I'll read out what you said there. Raven said, an upside to getting news from memes is instead of feeling down or upset about it, you may have a laugh. You might think the world's bad enough, but getting a laugh out of it. Yeah, and that's the whole, like, that's the beauty of stuff like Have I Got News For You and like the traditional way we did news satire, because it's I don't know, it allows us to wrap the news in a little bit of humour, even when it's bad news. And also, for us, traditionally, like, you know, it's perfectly fine for us to make fun of politicians and so on, and be very ribbing and be very jibing at them. But we wrap it up in our, like, political satire. Still no less cutting, no less scathing, but, you know, you can really make fun of a politician on TV and everyone will laugh. Yeah, man, I'm just not sure how to proceed here. We clearly need to get that dude some other people to do music with, right? And the only guy I've seen doing music really is that little harmonica dude. I mean, this guy is doing his little singing, but we've already taken a picture of his musical melodies coming out of his face, right? We've already done that. And this guy down here was whistling. And I'm guessing he's not going to start whistling when we look at him. He only does it when we talk to him and we can't take a picture or anything. So this guy's got a little melody thing going on, but we can't do anything else with him. And so it really is just that harmonica guy who's just chilling out, vibing at the other end of the map, essentially, over here. This dude. But surely, like, this is the guy we need to get over there, right? But I don't know how. I don't know. Can I use the big picker thingy? I don't think I can I? How did I use this? I don't think I used this thing. I think I just took pictures. You got this guy in a box. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Was this always here? Oh, I already have this picture. I have it again, I guess. Yeah, I'm confused. I'm missing something. The King of Fishes. A layered melody. I may have to look this one up. I don't love looking them up, you know. I like to try and solve things myself. But I think I'm just going to look up a layered melody and see if I can get a little bit of a hint. In fact, you know what? I'm going to see if there's a hint. Rather than an actual solution, I'm going to see if there's a hint. That's what I'll do. Alright, let's see if we got some hints here. Ah. Well, I looked it up. I got a hint. Apparently I was, if the hint's to be believed, on the entirely wrong path. It seems that the guy, the wizard, who wants we're gonna take the ferry back, who wants to find a cool melody, is actually looking for like natural sounds, so I need to take pictures of like natural stuff around the beach to help him out. Okay, I mean, let's give it a go. What have we got to lose? I would never have thought of that. Because I was fixated on the guy playing the harmonica and the other guy whistling, and I would be like, well, those guys are making lovely tunes. Presumably we gotta get those guys together somehow. But no, apparently, we might be able to do the whole thing from down here. Alright, so like, what have we got? What's this? Rocks? That's not very helpful. Waves? Mayhap? No? There's not really anything here. I don't really see a lot of stuff around. Let me look at my hints again. Look at my hints again. Alright, Steam community. Oh, is that what I'm supposed to do? Okay, so you know how I took the photo, got the whistling guy to whistle, and then he gave me a tape? Apparently I'm supposed to play the tape of the whistling. That never occurred to me. Is it this one? No. Where's the whistling tape? Oh my, no, it'll be down here. Oh, Fisherman's Way. God. Okay, that was it. I had to play the whistling cassette tape that the guy gave me. I would have never thought that the background music I was listening to would have been the thing I needed. Thank God. I would never have thought of that. I would never have thought of that. Because I know that the cassette tapes are just nice background music. I wouldn't have thought that it was a game mechanic, you know? Like, I didn't think anyone else could hear the music. Making fun of politicians online is Aussie's specialty. Yeah, I think Australia, there's an Australian YouTube channel, I forget their name. It's a couple of ladies who do, like, government, like, info ad style videos where they rib not just Australia's government, but like governments around the world and all kinds of things. They do a really funny job of it. Oh yeah, at long last, here we go. Oh, they are here. All worth it. I don't see a pianist, though. It wasn't bad, yeah. It was relaxing. I liked it. I'd listen to it again. I really thought that would solve all of our problems. Oh, and I think it did. King of all the fishes. Look at this guy. You know what? Yes, that's a better picture. He came out to say hello. Oh my god, we did it. We did it, you guys. It only took an hour and a half. Oh, let's go back to that guy. Show him the fishies. And then we're going to be leaving this area behind. I think we're going to the big city next. Hello, hippo lady. Hello, frog. You know that frog had nothing to do with anything. It's just a frog. I think. It wasn't just a frog. I'm keeping the pirate hat, by the way. Good day. Good day, sir. Alright, check this out, dog. Where's my picture? Is it in here? Be in here somewhere? Ah, yeah, there it is. This guy. Maybe I shouldn't have shown this picture to him. Oh, I know you can hear the music. I just meant that, like, I didn't think that the NPCs in the game could also hear it, and that it was a game mechanic that would ever come up. Because, yeah. Anyway. The horror, indeed. It looks like a nice fish. Oh, he's happy. Look, he's happy now. Look at him. It is majestic, dog. Alright, I mean, I don't know about pretty, but it's pretty majestic. Look at that. Complete all quests in Stanham. Done. Done. We did it all. Alright, now this guy wants to worship a fish. Alright, Stanham, it's been good knowing you. But I got places to be. People to see. Hello, monkey man. I did complete everything, yes. I am a completionist. It is with great honour that I update your card. Nice, nice. Get my free bus ride. Did I complete everything last time as well? I don't remember. Hopefully. If we didn't, we can always go back. Anything we don't complete. God, look at my guy though. Shades, pirate hat, Wellingtons. Maybe I should get changed a little bit. I'll get my cowboy hat going on. I don't want my clogs. They slow me down. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Just get the cowboy hat. Yes. I want to go to Log City, the big city. The houses are pretty tall over there. Oh, I will. What kind of... Oh, it's a... how is that bus floating? Oh, wow. Look at the graffiti on the bus. Oh, shit. We may have come to the wrong side of town. Look at that. You know, I already see a stressed businessman who's reaching the end of his tether. Overworked construction workers sweating in the heat, all with identical moustaches. Graffito on the escalators. People that made this game have some thoughts on city life. All right, hello. I'm surprised there aren't bars over the bus shelter window. Alright, hello there, businessman. Job? What is Job? Alright, this guy will clean things, which is nice. I don't have anything dirty, but we'll remember that this guy will clean stuff. Excellent. What about these guys? Alright, onward. I want to see the big city. Oh, it looks nice up here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that guy wasn't lying when he said his job is to run around all day. There's a pigeon. There's a pigeon. A pigeon! Can I take a picture of the businessman as well? No. No. I want to get a real... There we go. Done. Not sure that was useful, but done. Solved. Hello, Mr. Oh, don't want to face me, do you? Don't want to face me. I see how it is. Uh-huh. What if I were to honk you? Can't feed the birds without breadcrumbs, can you, mate? Ooh, oh, you know what? Look at this water pump. Nice. Let's waste some water. When I used to go on holiday to Ireland to the farm where my family's from, the farm we were on, no one lived there anymore, you know, and no one lived there for a very, very long time. And it had electricity, but that was it. So we didn't have running water or anything. And so we would have to go into town to a public water pump like this, just on the street, and fill up our water containers and then bring them back to the house every, couple of days when we needed some water. Memories. Memories. Can I do some graffito? I want to spray paint. A long time ago, the monarch lived here until the dark times. Hey, you know what? You know what I like? That's actually the actual accurate real time. I like when developers do this. It's pointless, but it is actually 12:33 p.m. here, so that clock is accurate. I wonder if it's system clock accurate. So I'm going to wait until it hits the next minute and see if my system clock updates at the same time. I mean, it must be, right? It must be running off the system clock. So let's... Oh, bottom right corner. Look at that. There's a cat just hanging out, literally, doing what cats do, I imagine. I don't have a cat, but I imagine they're always hanging on power lines. I don't know, doing cat things. Alright, so let's see. About 10 seconds. We're going to see if my system clock changes. I bet it will. That's a nice detail. Alright, hang on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, there you go, 12:34. Yeah, that's my system clock right there. Nice. Oh yeah, Raven, when I finish making this, I don't even know what to call it, really big cupboard, I'll post some pictures on the Discord. It's a really big cupboard. I used to have a couple of storage sheds in that space, but they were very hard to get in and out of, and they weren't built very well. There's like 2 small, crappy storage sheds, and like they were just somewhere that like rodents could get into, and because you couldn't get into them regularly, you couldn't really take care of them. So I decided I'm going to tear that all down. I'm going to give myself more space to work outdoors, because I built a roof outside last year around August time that I can work underneath. I was like, right, I'll put the storage under that. It will be about 11 foot long and about 2.5 feet deep. And that's the storage. 6 foot tall, 11 foot long, 2.5 feet deep. So I can get about like 40 storage boxes in there, plus all of my garden tools and things. So it's really big. But it's longer than it is wide, which gives me that extra space to do, woodworking and other things. It's, put it this way, it's about 4 real internal house doors wide. And doors are quite big when you don't see them inside a house. You don't realize they're good like 30 inches wide, plus like another 3 inches for the frame. But anyway, it's pretty big. And it's pretty deep, and there's a bunch of shelves in there. So I'm going to be able to store so much stuff that is currently living elsewhere, and then I'll be able to tidy everything else up. It's going to be really nice. Everything's going to be so tidy. Every hour, the royal clock chicken shows itself. Okay. Oh, is this going to be one of those things where I have to come back at a specific time? Like, literally on the hour? Huh. We may have to do that at some point. I'm probably going to be wrapping it up pretty soon here. So I don't know if I'll be streaming for... I mean, I might be streaming for another 25 minutes, and we might see the chicken come out. Alright. But I'm... oh, God, look at this woman. She is really going for it on the old Insta. Yo, what's up? Ooh, you know what? Maybe it just needs cleaning. Maybe the camera just needs cleaning. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to these, I want to say ghosts. Nope. Oh. I am hungry. I could really go for some lunch. What are you gonna have for lunch, Raven? You hope it doesn't end up breaking at the last minute. What, my cupboard? Oh, that thing won't break. Trust me, it's solid. But it was a long build because there's just so much involved. Like I had to cut all the wood to the right size and the right this, that, and the other. And because I'm using donated wood basically, right? I'm using stuff that builders have thrown off building sites and don't want and stuff. I'm not spending money on it. Wood is very expensive. So you want to build something a certain size and shape, but you have to build it out of stuff that isn't necessarily the right size and shape for what you want to do. So you end up putting extra work in, figuring out how to make it work, how to do this, how to do that. And then I had to make the back of it waterproof because rain hits down the back, so I had to get some like plastic tarp and I had to install it. And also like this thing's 11 feet long, very heavy. Even before I like filled it inside, it was just the shell. But it had to be backed into place up against the hedge, and I only really left an inch on either side, so it took us the better part of an hour to like slowly shift this thing into place. And it also had to be placed on top of like flagstones to raise it off the ground and make sure that the bottom didn't get wet, and those had to be laid down and leveled down, and the ground isn't really level. It's a bunch of other like concrete flag stuff that isn't really level. Just every little step of the way was effort and work and time and effort. So when you look at it, you just think, yep, no, that's a cupboard, but there's so freaking much that went into each little thing. Or like the shelves, I'm using a bunch of chipboard because there was a guy on a building site. They cut the chipboard down to a certain width, and it turned out they measured it wrong and it was useless, so they got rid of it. So I have it. So instead of just being able to put one shelf in for every layer, it ends up being 3 pieces of wood per shelf, because that's what made up the thickness, 3 pieces of chipboard. And because they're 3 separate pieces, if you were to press down on the middle of like, so the one at the back is obviously supported along the back wall. But if you're pressing down in the middle, those pieces in the middle are only supported on the left and the right, and of course chipboard's not very strong either. It's only like 3/4 inch stuff, so it sags really badly. So then I had to make a bunch of like strapping pieces to do every single shelf, and I didn't have enough screws, and I didn't have the right thickness of screws, and I had to go buy more screws. Every little freaking thing, man, every little thing. Anyway, I'm really glad that it's finally coming together, and now today I'm probably going to be able to finish it, because all I need to do is put one last 3x2 door jamb up on one side, get the door on. I mean, I've not put any of the locks on yet. I need to get the locks and fit the locks and stuff, do a little bit of touching up on the framing, and I need to paint the doors because they come kind of these again were like reject doors. They're internal house doors, really nice ones, but they were rejects because they were damaged. And really it's only a tiny bit of damage, but if you're like a homeowner and you get a brand new door installed and it's got a bit of damage, you're going to reject it. So they were being thrown out, so I made use of them, but they've only got like an undercoat of paint on, so they need actually painting. So I have to go out and find a coat of like a color of paint that I like and give them a good couple of coats of paint, and then I'll install the locks and catches and things, and then it'll be done. And then I can start filling it up. The voices are a bit weird, aren't they? I kind of like how they speak in this. It's nice. For example, okay, that guy wasn't really talking. You need 3 more customers. I mean, I could be a customer. Oh yeah, no. Oh wait, hang on. When you say it's fresh, is this real food? Yeah, all right. Naturally, I arrive in the big city and immediately become a corporate advertising shill. God, look at my just wobbly wiener hat. Look at this thing. Wob 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 wob. 9:37. Oh well, what did you have for dinner? I'm so hungry, man. You know what? When we call this quits in 20 minutes, I'm going to call it quits in 20 minutes. We're going to check out the clock tower when it hits 0:00. You can see it's about 20 to... Actually, what's weird here is that clock thing isn't right. You see how it's in the top there? It says it's 20 minutes to 12. That minute hand should be pointing almost entirely to 1 by now, because it's actually... It's 20 to 1, not 20 to 12. So that's weird how that's interesting. Anyway, this guy needs breadcrumbs. I mean, dude, you could probably go buy a hot dog thing and then get some bread from that. You could probably get some breadcrumbs from the hot dog stop. Let's go see what else is going on, shall we? What am I going to have for lunch? I don't know, but it's going to be good. The hustle bustle shuffle. This guy a taxi driver? The only taxi driver. No, I don't want to travel across the city right now. I need to speak to a dog. Gotta remember I should be taking pictures of everything as well. Portillo the dog. Nice. Oh, don't make me hungry, man. Oh, all these restaurants look so nice as well. Look at these places. Oh yeah, mac and cheese would be real nice. I could go for some mac and cheese. What was it? What was it she wanted? Sorry, I'm yawning. How about this picture of a dog? Oh wait, you want me to take a picture of you with some food? Lady, I can do that. I guess her camera's crap and she wants my picture. Yeah. Okay, lady, I got you. Hang on. It is perf, yo. Hashtag lit. Hashtag dab. Look at these guys. Are they construction workers? Because they got the mustaches. Sorry, I'm enjoying my wobbly hat. Oh yeah, she's definitely posting on the Insta, which I believe is what the hip youth call it. I tried Instagram years ago when it first came out. It didn't grab me because, like, I don't know. Instagram was weird. It's probably changed since what it was originally, but it was like the subway. Originally it was like, you can just post some square photos on like a public social profile. It's not necessarily for you to show your friends, because like you've got Facebook and stuff for that. If you want to post pictures to your social profile with your friends, that's what Facebook's for, right? Or you just send pictures to people. Instagram's more like, here, look, that's my life, or whatever it is, and I'm showing it off to complete strangers, right? It's like, look, it's like Instagram is a public. Oh, Jesus wept. Instagram is a public photo album, right? And I just don't need that. I don't need to... Oh, look at this! They actually stop. Oh, we two can play that game. Hey! I'm walking here, as they say. God, this ghost looks sad. Can we talk to the sad ghost? But yeah, I just don't need a public photo album, really. I just don't see the need. It's not like it's not like I care. Like, sure, I could share my holiday snaps publicly, but what would be the point? Who would care to see a picture of a nice beach that I went to? Who cares? Or like a picture of my lunch. If I make it and I'm quite proud of something I made, I might take a picture and show my friends, I guess. Gee, alright, you know what? I thought this guy was sad. He's having a good time. Yeah, that's exactly what I did, Raven. I stood in front of the cars out of spite because they honked at me. Honked back at them. You're from Oakville. It was nice there. Yeah, we were there in the previous stream. There were camps and bugs. Alright, so this guy likes camping and bugs and nature and shit. Alright, but first... Tortillo. Oh! Come back. Hang on, what if I... Oh, yeah. Got ya! A title! It's a title! Oh, this guy... You know what? You park like an idiot, you get fined like an idiot. Idiot. Look at this. Look at this. How terrible of a driver are you? Look at it. Look at this terrible parking job. Oh, I can believe it. Look at you, you fool. Why? Oh, there we go. Is okay, yeah. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have been given a license. Okay, no, fair enough. If it was a fair mistake, he didn't know we had to park in the lines. Oh, you know what? There's a log in the bin, but I want to take the log though and give it to the guy that likes logs and stuff. Hang on a minute. I don't. What's going? Ah! I knew there'd be something. A creepy man. There's a guy in every area that wants me to take a picture of that sneaky fella. Now we have. There's like a bird nest up on that tree? Can I take a picture of that bird's nest? I can't see it from down here, but that looks like a bird's nest. Yeah, can't park there, mate. You're tired of the food here? Oh, it's Hot Bean Bros, bro! Yeah! Alright, good. I better be paid for this free advertising. I don't know why I've got the Wizard of Oz stuff in my head. Ah, sure, it's a mouse. Alright, that's good enough for me. And this must be the mouse house. Intriguing. Oh, good. This will be the photo challenge for the area. What do you got for me? What do you need? Oh, I'm ready. I'm primed at the pump. Great. What's the challenge? 5 living things, a granny car, and a radical moment. That's going to be a skateboarder, isn't it? That's going to be an urban skateboarder. I'm going to start getting lost in this city. I know in 10 minutes I want to be at the clock tower to see what goes on up there. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this is much more relaxing than the hustle and bustle of the city, though. Can't help but notice none of you have keyboards, just a mouse. What's going on there, then? Yep, no, fair enough. Hello, business duck. Right. Okie dokie. Good day, sirs. Oh? I do. Are you Jonah Jameson? Bring me some pictures of the spider! Fine, I'll put the hat on. The hat will give me access to places. What is this? That film? That Matt Damon film? What? I don't remember the name of. What was that film called? That was a good film. It was a Matt Damon film. There was a couple of like twists in it, so I wouldn't suggest like looking up a synopsis or anything. But it was a pretty good little Matt Damon film where he's in a city with a woman that he's in love with, and he like there's guys with old-fashioned hats coming after him. What was that film called? I don't know. It was pretty good though. It was weird. Well, hang on, sorry. Wait. He wanted a picture of a guy with an amazing moustache. Is that what he said? I wasn't listening. Photos of a moustache. Huh. I mean, the nicest moustache I've seen so far is yours, good sir. But fine, if I come across a nice moustache... Gee whiz. Is this a child? Oh, here's the radical skater bros. Oh, they're skating on a lamppost. That was pretty sick. I can get a better shot of that. Nice. All right, that's going in the out. What the? Hang on. We've learned our lesson. Monsters. They know nothing of cameras. Alright, we took a picture of that dude. Someone somewhere wants pictures of monsters. I forget who. I think we had to go back to the first area to deal with that stuff. Hello, radical skater friend. She's a legend. Can I talk to her? No? Can I? Nope. Okay. Okay, here's another dude who's hungry, but tired of the food the city has to offer. I got you, friend. It's Hot Bean Bros, bro. Is that just a taxi man again? Alright. Oh, hello. Tater Skater? Oh, come on, not a Tato Skater? Skater Tato? Alright. Fine. Now, this city's pretty big, isn't it? Oh, no, we've come to the avant-garde side of town now. Saving that one. I'm helping. Wait, are they trying to do a Slim Shady I'm back? It's got a little bit of that, hasn't it? It's got a little bit of like that Slim Shady track. Is that a Marshall Mathers LP track? Oh no, I forget. Hello, Sammy. You arrive 5 minutes before the end for today. But one thing we're going to do is I am alive, yes. Yeah, I'll fill you in on all the exciting news. There's crime and everything. The clock tower in this city is tied to my system clock, and apparently something interesting happens on the hour. A battle of arrows. Oh, they want me to find the graffiti. I got a muddy camera. Alright, hang on. Alright, yeah, my camera is muddy now. But that's okay. They may have screwed with my camera, but I remember a guy who can clean my camera. I want to get back there. I got 5 minutes. I mean, it's plenty of time. 5 minutes. I gotta be in a rush. Okay, so, Sammy, have you heard of the wildfires here near Manchester? Where was he? Where was the guy? Oh, it was down here, wasn't it? Yeah, this guy will clean my camera for me. Yeah, okay, so basically I'll give you the oh, he realized he wants to clean things for a living. Alright, no, we got our first thing, and all we had to do was utilize a guy. Alright, so basically, we've had heat waves, as you know, and in heat waves, people like to go and swim in reservoirs, which is very bad. And this one guy went and swam up in the Dovestone Reservoir in the Peak District, just to the east of Manchester, the mountains up there, and he drowned, right? And his friends decided to go back and commemorate his memory by setting off a bunch of fireworks. And I don't know, this is me guessing, but I've seen some of the footage, and it seems as if they were intending to start wildfires, because they're like aiming the fireworks at the dry brush and stuff, you know? So they went up there and started a big wildfire. And so for the past couple of days, all of Manchester has been smelling of smoke. It's very smoky. And depending on where you are and where the wind's blowing at any time, you can see the smoke, or it's like a thin haze, or sometimes it goes away. Sometimes it comes back so thick that it's coating people's windows. Everyone has to close their windows and so on. It's worse, you know, off to the east of the city, where you're closer to the fire. The woman that was recorded, because they posted it on Instagram, recorded setting off the fireworks. She's been arrested for arson. But there was like 20 of them up there, and they're all very proud of it. So like yesterday, they were taking pictures of the smoke in the sky and saying like, "Oh, look at this amazing sight. We've done this for you." You know, the guy who died. So yeah, they're all just very unpleasant people, doing bad things and feeling no remorse for it at all. But yeah, so that was my explanation for why I was kind of coughing a little bit earlier. But yeah, I've been away for a couple of weeks, and my reasoning is that the weather's been really good, and I've needed to get things done. Get so many things done. Oh, I completely forgot about the UPS as well. I need to tell you about that. Let's get up to the clock tower so we're ready when the clock hits, because apparently the ground clock tower is going to be interesting. Every hour the royal clock chicken shows itself. And this is actually my system time. It's a bit wrong because it's supposed to say it's almost 1 p.m, but it is relatively accurate. Can I just point my camera at it, maybe? Yeah, oh, I bet it'll come out of that door. So, okay, we're ready to go. We're ready to take this picture. Anyway, yeah, so, like, I've been waiting since August last year to get a bunch of stuff done outside. It's been too wet. Like, we've had dry days, but I need, like, a consistent 1 to 2 weeks of dry weather to really do what I wanted to do. And we've had that recently, and so I've been away from the computer a lot and just doing stuff, building stuff. In fact, like today after this stream, I'm going to have a quick lunch, and then I need to get like a door jamb put up and a door fitted and stuff. So I've got things to do. And also it's been pretty hot, and like I don't really want to be out here in the shed when it's like 30 odd degrees outside and even hotter in here, you know. So that's my excuse. I'll tell you what though, the other day, Friday it was, I think that was just after the peak of the heat wave. So it was still over 30 degrees, and the house had the better part of a week to warm up already, so it was hot. I was awake for 22 hours, having been very busy. And then I went to bed. After being awake for 22 hours, and I fell asleep instantly, of course, and then 10 minutes later, no more than 10 minutes, alarms started going off. So I wake up, I'm like, what the hell's going on? Pull out my phone and stuff. I've got all these push notifications that my UPS is dead, right? So for those who don't know, a UPS is like a backup power supply that kicks in power cuts and stuff. And I have a UPS that I built about 4 years ago, somewhat of a custom job, to run all my networking stuff and equipment that needs to shut down safely and operate with power and so on. Things like 3D printers and so on. By the way, we are 60 seconds away from potentially whatever's going to happen on screen. So it died anyway, which was a terrible shame. Basically it died. So I had to bypass that thing before I could go back to bed, and to get in there, bypass some wiring and stuff, get everything running again, get my servers all back up. Then I could finally go to sleep. And then I had to buy a bloody replacement UPS. I managed to get one off a guy, a 25-year-old like enterprise grade thing, but really old. But the batteries are okay in it, the newer batteries, and I'm very happy with that now. But I still need to get the right cable and get the software set up and stuff. But man, all right, 15 seconds. I'm ready to take a picture. I wonder if we'll hear the bongs. You think this thing will bong? Surely it'll bong. Done! Oh, that was the special picture for the area. I got an achievement for that. Oh, it was all worth it sticking around. Nice, look at that. Done. Worth it. Oh, landscaping the garden. I mean, in a way, I can't even do half of that until... I've been mostly building this big shed cupboard storage thing. Like it's... I don't know what to call it. It's not a shed. You can't walk into it. It's just a big cupboard, but it can hold like 40 storage containers, so it's pretty big. Working on that when it's not too hot. Mostly early in the morning from like 8 a.m. to 11 or something until it gets too hot to work. Anyway, so I've been busy is the point. But I didn't want to leave yet another week and not stream for yet another week. So here I am. Plus the weather's much nicer now. It's really nice today. And yesterday and the day before, it's been like 28 degrees. It's my favorite. 28 degrees. Beautiful. Oh, yes, Raven, by the way. Raven says there's something on the escalator. Yes, one of those graffiti pictures will be on the escalator. I'm not roasting in the shed, actually. It's really nice. It is starting to warm up a bit, but the shed kept the cool from overnight. But no, this is good weather. It's what I suppose down south might technically still be a heat wave. And technically, see, the funny thing is, technically, a heat wave in the UK is any period of 3 or more days over, is it 26 degrees Celsius or something? Because, you know, we're talking about how they defined a heat wave, you know, I don't know, 50 years ago, whenever it is they defined a heat wave. But for me, as long as the humidity isn't too high, like 28 degrees, sunny skies, but with reasonable humidity, like 35% and below. I'm happy, and that's kind of where we're at now, which is really nice. Like, I can work outside in this all day long as long as I'm hydrated and wearing a hat. I like it. It's really nice. But yeah, during the actual heat wave, yeah, Raven, it's only about, well, maybe 27 or 28 today, but it's yeah, it's pretty pleasant. It's just like when we were really in the heat wave, the day that it was the hottest, early in the morning, it was just like fog. It was foggy in the morning until the sun came. So you can imagine all of that just translated into like loads of humidity. It was like 80% humidity, 30 something degrees. It was so, that's just what makes it so unpleasant, you know. Just that you feel like you're sweating but not cooling down at all. It sucks. But hey, the weather's nice now. I'm very happy. I'm so much happier. Wasp? No, well, I've not been in the shed, Sammy. You talk about wasps. I've not been in here. There's a couple of cobwebs. The spiders have been active, I guess, but probably no wasps. If they have been, I've not seen them. Right. I think it's been 2 hours. I'm going to call it a day. As far as I'm aware, I'll be back tomorrow. I want to get back to streaming on a proper schedule, so I don't see any reason I can't return tomorrow. Maybe not continue this. There's a few other things I want to play, as well as obviously getting back to World of Warships and stuff. I won't be able to play Helldivers for the foreseeable future because, ironically, their recent performance patch just made the game run so much worse for me, and it's gotten to the point where I just can't stream it. Like, I can play it, but if I'm streaming, the laptop can't handle both at once. It was fine until they improved the performance of the game, however they did that. And now it's just not great. Yeah, Sammy, I need to check in more on Discord and stuff. I've been very absent. I've not named any of the spiders, Raven. No, I mean, the funny thing about the spiders in this shed is they don't stick around when I'm here. So I'll come in and I'll see the cobwebs, but they've already moved on. They're somewhere else. I mean, or they're invisible. It's entirely possible they are physically invisible and I just can't see them. But I always see like a bunch of cobwebs but never see the spiders. So I don't know if they just kind of go into like hide in a corner during the day or what. But yeah. You can tell I'm flagging a little bit. I need something to eat now. I keep trailing off. I'm looking at the hot dog that's on my guy's head right here, and I could really go for that right now. Oh, I could really go for that. Yeah. I'll be back tomorrow with something. I'm not sure what. We used to call one of them Spiddy. I don't know why. My friend came up with that name. It's not very inventive. But sure, if I see a spider, I'll name it Dave. Yeah, I took a blood sugar pill, but really I didn't have much for breakfast. I've also, and I'll probably talk about this another day to bore you, I've been working on my home like business telephone exchange here and there, trying to get that working properly. Faxing and stuff is all set up. That all works now, and all the internal extensions work, and putting people on hold. And actually, all right, now no one will care about this, but I learned about this really cool feature of a telephone exchange system for businesses and things, because that's what I'm running. So you're aware of putting people on hold, right? If you work in an office, you press a button on your phone and then they're on hold. You can put the handset down, whatever. You've got that person on hold. Great. You pick up the handset and they come off hold or whatever. Or you like put someone on hold, then you dial another extension and pass them through. Blah, blah, blah. Great. Hold transfer, all that stuff. Wonderful. Interesting thing for older telephones that don't have buttons, like a rotary phone where you can only dial numbers, you can do something called a hook flash, and the hook is the receiver that you put the handset down on. It presses down on it when you're hung up. That's how it knows you've hung up, right? It's the hook. They call it the hook because it used to literally be a hook that the handset would hang from. You know, like when I say the handset, I mean the piece that you pick up and put to your head. It would be a hook that you would hook the thing on, so that term stuck with it, right? But it's basically a little button that gets pressed down when you put the handset down, the receiver down, right? So what you can do is you can tap that quickly, and as long as you tap it like within like a second or so, like more than 400 milliseconds, like more than 0.4 seconds but less than a second, rather than just hanging up on the other person, it will interpret that as a hook flash, because you've just flashed a quick hook thing, and you can use that to put people on hold and do other things. So you can hit a hook flash on an old rotary phone and that'll put them on hold. Great. But I was having some trouble with the hold system. I was having some trouble getting it working right. So I thought, okay, is there like something else that can do the same job as hold? So there's a thing called call parking, which isn't quite the same as hold, but does a lot of the same things. If you imagine a car park with a bunch of parking spaces, and those parking spaces are assigned to extension numbers, right? Like you dial an extension 701, 702, 703, whatever, you know. So when you call park someone, you hit whatever you hit on your phone to park them, and they get put on hold. They hear the hold music. As far as they're concerned, they're on hold. But what happens on your end is a computer voice comes on and says, like, call parked on line 705 or whatever, you know, 305, 99, whatever you've got the system set up to. And then it hangs up on you. So you just get dial tone and you just hang up. So now that other person is still on the call and they're on hold and they hear the music, but they've been parked in a parking space, right? And the beauty of it is, unlike a traditional hold, you can go off and start dialing other numbers because your phone's no longer connected to the call. You can do anything. Or you could pass that call to anyone else on any other phone line within your exchange by just giving them the number. Because indeed you can say, oh, I've got someone parked on 705. And if they just dial 705, they pick the call up, right? It's like transferring a call without having to actually transfer it. Or if you want to transfer it to yourself in another room and you go pick up the phone or whatever. And that's beautiful. I love that, because a traditional hold, if you hang up, the phone will start gently ringing to let you know that you've got someone on hold. But with this, you hang up and it's like you're out of the picture at this point. So I've been trying to get call parking stuff, and that's all working. My big problem is, this is really getting into the weeds of it, but I like to have call recording set up just automatically to record both sides of the call in a stereo audio file. I just think that's neat. This whole project is just for fun, for learning how to run a PBX and stuff. It's just a neat thing to do, and I want call recording to work, and it's not working right. When I put people on hold, it's cutting me off when I come back, right? So it's recording me and the other person at the start of the call, but then when I put them on hold and I leave the call, when I come back, the recording doesn't have me in it anymore. It just has them. And it's the way Asterisk does call bridging, and the way its channels sit on bridges and so on. And local channel optimization, and it's all this really complex, deep crap. And I've still not got it working. I've still not got it debugged. It's really annoying me, because technically the whole system works, just the recording isn't working right. And why? Why isn't it working? So that's the other thing I've been trying to get working. Maybe I'll share a little video of some of that stuff on the Discord when it's all working as well, because I've done some cool stuff, right? I've implemented 1471, the last caller number in the UK, where you dial it and a lady would say, you were called today at blah blah blah, would you like to return the call? I've implemented the old speaking clock from the late 60s, early 70s, the original recordings of the lady who will say, the time is such and such and such. And I've implemented a bunch of other little things as well. My favorite at the moment is a countdown timer, because I have one on my watch, but it's not very good and it's fiddly and stuff. So you can dial a number and then give it a number of minutes or a time of day. So you can say, give me a 15-minute countdown. Or give me a countdown to 2:50 p.m. and it will ring you back, right? And the ringtone is different. That's such a cool thing. You can set different ringtones with the way it sends the the SIP. SIP is the protocol that's used for this kind of digital phone system. You can send a SIP message, a SIP packet when you're informing the phone of the phone call, and you can say use ringer type 1, 2, 3, and you can program what it's going to be, right? So basically, and I've done that with internal extensions as well. So when you get a call on the phone, A lot of these phones don't have displays, or they're rotary phones that have nothing. All you have is the ringer. But just listening to the ringer, you can tell if it's an external call coming in, or if it's someone internally just calling from another extension, or if it's something like the alarm, right? Like your countdown timer. You can tell that just from listening to the ringer without even picking up the phone. And I think that's super cool. So I've been having fun playing with that stuff. I've not had time to sit down for hours and hours to stream, at 11 a.m. But I have had some time early in the morning, like, 'cause in the UK, you're not allowed to make a lot of noise outdoors until 8 a.m. The law says you can make noise from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., but not outside of that. So I've been getting up really early, and I've had a couple of hours to, have breakfast and wait for 8 a.m. so I can go outside and start building stuff before the heat comes. And so I've spent some of that time playing with Asterisk, getting it working. Yeah, Sammy, I'm really hoping that when it's all done and set up, I might be able to post the configuration files and stuff and just show how it's done, maybe. But yeah, it's all very interesting. I'm not very good at it, but that's kind of the point. It's all a learning experience. You have a goal, and then you learn how to achieve that goal, and then you run into problems along the way, and then you learn how to debug those problems, and in doing so, you learn other things. That's how I learned everything, like Linux and stuff, right? I learned Linux by originally years and years and years ago, getting a Raspberry Pi, didn't know anything about Linux, but I wanted to do a certain thing. I had an idea for a project. I was like, right, how do I do this? Okay, now that I've done that, how do I do the next step? How do I do the step after that, I think one of my first ones was like doing it was like a live, funnily enough, it was a live bird box camera, like a camera inside a bird box. And I had to learn okay, how do I capture video from the camera? How do I adjust the exposure and frame rate and resolution and so on? Okay, great, I'm bringing that in, but I want audio. How do I get the audio in? How do I forward that to like a YouTube stream? How do I process the video afterwards? So, you learn FFmpeg and YouTube upload, and you learn, things like T, right, to fiddle with pipes and things in Linux. Linux is all about piping things into other things, and you'd have, for example, as we all know, the Linux command line is extremely powerful. You could, for example, say you've got a text file and you want to find all instances of a particular phrase in the text file, and you want to show every single line that thing shows up on. Well, you could just type in cat, which is, I don't know what cat stands for, but it's basically print out the full contents of this file, spew it out. So you could be cat file.txt, right? And that would spew it to the terminal. But if you put a pipe in, that kind of vertical, it's a vertical line, it's called a pipe. If you put that pipe in afterwards, that says take the output of the previous thing and pipe it into the next thing. So then if you pipe that and you pipe it into something like grep, which lets you do lots of comparisons and checks and things, it's a very powerful tool. So grep for this particular word, I don't know, tree. And then it will take the output of the cat command, which spewed the file out, throw it into grep, do its check, and then spew that response out, right? And there's a million different things you can do. Linux is so good as a text engine. It's so powerful for text. You can build stuff together. God, I love Linux. And even that's just the super ultra basics, right? My next project should be upgrading my 1S to an SSD. God, what's the point? And have you seen the price of SSDs? No way. I have other systems that could benefit from an SSD long before I upgraded a console. I don't know, what's even the point? It's got enough storage. It's fine. I don't know what my next project is after the Asterisk thing and all that. I am working with the UPS. It's a really nice UPS as well. It's really old, early 2000s APC, enterprise thing. It was so heavy. It was so heavy that it got delivered to my house on a pallet, and one person could not lift it. You'd have to have at least two people, especially because like it has no handholds. It's basically the size of a large PC tower, and as like a PC tower, it has no handholds. It was really difficult to move around. God, it was difficult to move. And then I had to build a table. I built a little coffee table the other morning. So again, this is why I've not been streaming, so busy. I had to make a coffee table to put over the top of the new UPS to have like as a side table next to the sofa, so I had to knock it together before the sun hit. I was on the side of the house that was in shade, and it was like that Chronicles of Riddick film, you know, where the sunlight would burn them to a crisp. I could see the sun approaching, and I wanted to get the thing built before the sun hit around midday. The lack of AI on Linux, yeah, in terms of built-in, yeah, Raven, like Linux in general is a very much it lets you be in charge of your computer kind of a thing. So you can throw AI in there, but it's very much you're in charge, right? You're in charge of where AI goes, as opposed to with Windows stuff where they try and kind of shoehorn it in everywhere, and you can turn it off, but it requires some expertise and effort, and the fact that it's on by default is quite annoying, right? Yeah. Anyway, and yes, I need my read along stream. I've got my book here, and somehow I still have 104 followers. I really thought some people would leave. I thought some people would follow me and then be like, this guy actually, you know, I've slept on it, this guy sucks, I'm unfollowing. But no, people are still around, which is very nice. It's very nice. So there's lots of things to do, lots and lots. Loyalty program. But anyway, I better be getting off because I've got a door to fit. You ever fit a door, Sammy? It's tricky. I'm very lucky with what I'm doing here because this particular cupboard, I'm using real internal doors that were thrown out of a building site for being slightly damaged. They're barely damaged. And I only really have to fit them between the two like jambs at the side, whereas if you're fitting a real internal door, you also have to consider the frame at the top and the floor, and you've got to get everything perfect there, whereas I only have to care about fitting it between the two door jambs, which is much easier, but still requires a good bit of hammer and chiseling. I looked into it because like my father taught me joinery and stuff, and so he taught me the way it was done in like the 70s and 80s and so on when he was working, and it occurred to me like there must be joiners these days, and it's not because they're worse or anything, it's because they've become more efficient. They use a lot more like little power tools and things, right? Because stuff can be compact and lightweight and affordable. So I thought, lads who are doing a load of hinges and stuff indoors, where you have to chisel out the square shape of the hinge in the door so you can recess the hinge into the door, and the doors don't come pre-cut because it depends on how you want to hang it, how deep you want the hinges to be, the type of hinges you're using. It's all so you do it yourself. And I thought there must be a machine or a jig or something that does that now, because what we would do is get the hammer and chisel and just chisel it out. And of course there is, because you can get little routers these days, little plunge routers, little battery operated things that are quite easy to hold, and you can get a jig that just clamps to the door. You set it to the size you want the hinge, and then the router can just sit in that channel, and you just route it out at the depth you want, nice and easy. If you were working on a site and doing this job, that's how you do it. But I don't have a router at the moment, nor do I have the jig, and there would be no point in me buying a jig for putting hinges indoors, because how often do I need to do it? And I appreciate that, Raven. I know you can't see the YouTube chat, but Raven says that I don't suck. I'm the streamer that he's watched the longest. I appreciate that. Yeah, sometimes you just click with people, right? On YouTube, there's like so many channels that I just enjoy watching, and so many super popular ones that just don't click with me. It's not that they're bad. They're just like I don't know, for some reason I don't click with their personality or whatever they're making. Anyway, thanks for letting me info dump on you at the end there a little bit. I could still come back some other day and talk a bit more about like UPSs and things, and like the innards inside those things. They're big. The one I have, it has like two big transformers inside. There's no like modern switch mode stuff or like boost regulators and things, and it's got like 4 big lead acid batteries. It's heavy, man. That thing's heavy. Oh man, it's heavy. I might modify it in the future when these batteries die in maybe hopefully 4 or 5 years. I might modify it to take some external batteries. We'll see how things go, because that'll be fun. But this thing can output about 2 kilowatts comfortably. My old one was terrible. My old one was really crap and I hated it. But this one could keep my 3D printer printing for about 3.5 hours through a power cut. That's not why I got the UPS, but it's a nice feature, you know. So I've routed the UPS power upstairs to where the 3D printer is. Because it always worries me, you know, when you do like a 15-hour 3D print, and if the power were to go out, there you go, progress lost, screwed, you know. And when we get power cuts here, they're only ever really quite short. So having that comfort, knowing I can keep everything running for at least an hour or something, really it just makes me feel warm and fuzzy, you know. Yes, I'll have to. Maybe I'll play boats tomorrow, Sammy. Maybe I will. I almost considered playing it today. I really did. I almost thought, but then I realized I'd have to like update the game and stuff. I guess I've got it on PC nowadays, so I don't even need to turn my Xbox on. Huh. I'll play boats tomorrow. Yes, it is lucky I don't live in South Africa. Wait, why is it lucky? I've spent time in South Africa. It's warm down there. I mean, Jesus, it's so warm that it's not an uncommon issue for the capacitors on motherboards in their PCs to just burst, to fail early from just thermal stress. You know, the number of times that has happened to people I know down there. Oh yeah, in the blackouts. Yeah, things are not ideal. Things are not ideal in South Africa at the moment. When I was there a long time ago, blackouts weren't as common. But then also they still had things like water, you know, it's just things aren't going great. Anyway, anything else before I go? Any questions? I can take some questions. I can take a question. I was just thinking, is there anything else I should point out? It's weird because everywhere you go in Manchester right now, there is this kind of woody, peaty smell, as if someone's running like a smoker or something, and it's just the smell of the wildfires. It's almost pleasant, but not. You know, I have a neighbour who has asthma, and she has it quite bad, where sometimes in the summer, when it's very polleny, that triggers her asthma, and sometimes she has to be taken to hospital in an ambulance to be given oxygen and stuff, I guess. And so I do wonder how she's struggling now in not only the hot weather with the pollen, but also like the wildfire smoke, which is, I mean, it's giving me a little bit of a cough. How must it be for her, you know? But I think she has one of those HEPA filters in her house, so she can kind of sit inside with the windows closed and run that and filter the air, which is very good for her. Oh, the foxes and the birds. Well, I'll post a picture on the Discord when I remember, but I put in way more flowers and stuff. Now is the perfect time for flowers, and the ones I did plant have grown. For those who don't know, I have a live channel called Manchester Wildlife Garden on YouTube, which is just it's just a camera pointed at a little bird table, and it's on the ground though, so you get foxes at night. They come in and they eat the food we leave out and stuff. There's so many flowers there now, and so many birds. The young dunnocks, the fledglings, are so used to coming in now. They come in all the time, and the sparrows have been coming in, and we've just got so many birds coming in at the moment. It seems to be peak bird season for these guys. And it looks really nice with all the flowers at the moment. And I've been out there watering them every day because it's not been raining. And who knows when we'll get more rain. No rain's forecast for the next week. Just sunny, clear skies and more heat, which is nice. But yeah, it's been going grand. The female fox has been coming in and eating the food. I've not seen any other foxes though. I've not seen her young kits, cubs. They haven't come in since they came in for a sniff around, but they will be at some point. Once they get old enough to start really properly exploring and deciding what their territory is going to be, then we may see several of them coming in trying to claim the same food territory. I mean, even when this female fox mated with the male that was coming in, they would still fight over the food I was leaving out. I say fight, not really. They would just get a little bit pissy with each other. One would scare the other one off, and then the other one would sneak back in later looking all scared and try and take some of the food and stuff. The female seems to have cottoned on finally that we're leaving the food out, because in the evening we go outside to take the bird seed tray in, and immediately afterwards she comes in, so she must be hanging out nearby waiting for us, because she knows that we will show up and then we'll leave and there'll be food there. So that's nice. I like when they stick to a schedule. It's very convenient for us. But yes, if you're going to go and if you do look up the stream, you may see slightly fewer birds this afternoon, because when I'm out in the garden nearby, they don't like it when I'm there woodworking and doing things. They tend to fly away a little bit. But yeah, that's going really well. The computer's been overheating a bit. I've had to like cover it, like put it in the shade, because with the heat from the sun it gets a bit hot. Yeah, there you go. Oh, alright. It's been nice to see both of you, Raven, Sammy. I know I kind of came out of the blue and decided to stream today. I'm hoping we'll see some other regulars like Dino and check in with them. I know that they're alive. I've seen them on the Discord, so at least they're doing all right. You know what? I'm going to come back tomorrow and almost certainly play Warships, because it's been a while. Why not? It's been a while. Join in if you want, Sammy, if you're not busy. Yeah, you two, and indeed everyone, because oh look, it's my mouse. Have a good day. Look at this. Hang on. Before we go, take a picture of this cat. There we go. Done. Oh, I got a stamp for it. Hang in there, buddy. Nice. What was that one? Are you having a stressful week? You can do it. Okay, great. Done. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Where's the sign off button? Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening. Have a good night. Have a good... What was that guy called? Ace Ventura? What was that guy called? Jim Carrey. Have a good Jim Carrey.